generally speaking, in most blues songs, you wouldn't just strum the same chord over and over again like that. One of the techniques that's used very commonly is something known as root fifth, root sixth. What this means is for each of the chords, each of the three chords in a 1-4-5 progression, you play two-note chords that are made up of either the root note and the fifth, or the root note and the sixth. So for the one chord E, if we play the root and the fifth together, generally known as E5, you get this. So in the key of E, E is the tonic, the root note, and the fifth is B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You play E and B together, that's a root fifth two-note chord. You're going to alternate that against a root sixth two-note chord, so you go up to the sixth scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, using an E major scale. So that would be the tonic, E against a C sharp, which is the sixth in the key of E. So if you alternate those eighth note triplets in the shuffle rhythm like we played, it sounds like this. So you have root fifth for 2 hits, then root sixth for 2 hits. And you go back and forth. Now you're going to do the same thing for the next chord in the progression, the 4 chord, which is A. So you play the root note of that chord, which is A, and then a fifth up from A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a root fifth two-note chord for A5. And you're going to alternate that against a root sixth chord for A6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Root note of A against the sixth scale degree. In this case, it's F sharp. So you have fifth alternated with root sixth, and that sounds like this. Then you can do the same thing for the 5 chord, which is B. So you're going to play root fifth on the 5 chord. B is the root note. Go up to the fifth scale degree. For B, here's your root and your fifth. And then you do your root sixth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth scale degree in the key of B would be G sharp. So root fifth, B, F sharp, root sixth, B, G sharp. And you likewise alternate between root fifth and root sixth on the 5 chord, B5 and B6. All right, now let's take these root fifth, root sixth chord forms and plug them into a 12-bar blues, 1-4-5 blues progression in the key of E. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, All right, there's a little twist there at the end. I didn't switch back to the 5 chord immediately from the 1 chord. When we came down, I stayed on the 1 chord a little longer because that's typically how it is. You'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's just the normal rhythmic cadence that you hear at the end of a 12-bar blues form before it repeats again.